Did she, Lisette Toutournier, actually love this man, Laurie Albin? Or was it merely that she so hated this city that she welcomed the excuse his company gave her to leave it? Under the hood of the barouche, she regarded her newfound lover critically. Despite his blonde hair, Laurie was fully 14 years her senior. Not that 32 was old exactly. And his mustache, so foolish. The ends turned up wildly, without gathering themselves into points first, like toothbrushes found at a sudden disadvantage. Now his hot, damp hand clasped hers in the darkness afforded by their conveyance. Hot and eager, whatever conventional wisdom might say about the English. Having second thoughts? His breath tickled her ear, and she drew away. No, she answered, and that was not at all a lie. First thoughts, one ought to call them, for her decision to elope had had naught to do with thinking. Even now the caress of his soft fingers upon her naked neck brought with it an unwanted shiver of sensual delight. Oh, why had no one warned her? The carriage wheels slowed. Lisette leaned forward and saw that they had reached the Gare du Nord at last. She gathered her 2 meager boxes and let the coachman help her to the pavement, let Laurie pay his hire. They passed beneath one of several tall arches. Lisette loitered as obscurely as she might, her head down, facing a long and boring wall of polished marble, while Laurie hurried to purchase their tickets. But here they confronted an obstacle. The train was delayed in its arrival. Laurie explained the problem in French, rendered less intelligible even than usual by his nervousness. There would be a wait of 19 minutes, no more, till they could board and leave this detestable town. He was taking her away with him to England, to Kent, to a countryside far removed. Lisette seated herself on the hard bench Laurie had selected for them, removed from the majority of other passengers. 19 minutes. Not enough time for her 2 uncles to find and rescue her from this rash venture. Enough time, however, for her to regret it. Her lover was a married man. Had he admitted as much to her? No. And yet, inexperienced though she was, Lisette had a presentiment that this was so, despite his promises to take her to his home. How not? A gentleman, pleasant to look at, if she were to be honest. Well off enough that work had never marred his hands, softer than her mother's, with an affable and easy air that sought to ingratiate itself to women, and very nearly always succeeded. She remembered the first time she had seen him, her Laurie, hovering at the front door of the journal's offices, smiling and removing his so obviously English hat as she produced the key to unlock it, thanking her politely as she held it open, but insisting that she precede him. And then, realizing that they two were alone in the dusty, disordered offices, he blushed. His vulnerability had pierced her to her heart. But what had absolutely won her was the honor he paid her by posing to her the questions he had come to investigate for essays he would write to appear in the newsletter of his Fabian Society. Matters of state, international treaties, conventions, and accords between the governments of Europe concerning the wealth of Africa. He had refrained from assuming her to be unimportant, setting aside her youth, her femininity, or so she had believed at the time. So she had believed.